And I often, well, in order to talk about migration and to get in the debate, often, well, in migration there are a lot of elephants in the room. I often do what I call the living room debates. I go and organize debates on migration in smaller groups of people, and I always start with a little questionnaire, a quiz. I ask how many people do you think arrive in Belgium every year as a labor migrant? And people do not know. They often say 0 or a couple of hundreds. Well, it are 10,000s of people that get a visa to come and work in Belgium every year from outside the EU. Inside of the EU are, of course, a lot of European nationals come and work in Belgium, but also non-European nationals. So it's a good thing. It's because our labor market needs it. Of course, as I already mentioned, we need to address the integration, housing shortages, and so on. But it's a good thing. But we also need to promote it. A lot of people do not know that it exists. So the answer, in short, is yes. But we already have such a system. And as for the Ukrainians, well, we saw a lot of similarities with other types of refugees. And in the first period that people arrive, and of course this was very specific for the Ukrainian refugees, it was a lot of people in a very short time. But the first period people arrive, it's not easy to activate them on the labor markets. And for Ukrainians, the specific of the particularity which made it even more difficult is that it were often single mom with children, which is even more difficult to activate them in a short term on the labor market. So the numbers of Ukrainians active on the labor market in the first periods were very, very low. In the meantime, now it's changing. More and more Ukrainians are working. They are quickly learning the language. So this is a difference with some refugees coming from other regions. The children that are in school learn the language very quick. Of course, it's much easier for Ukrainian children that have a good schooling system, education system in Ukraine to go to Belgian schools and learn Dutch than for Afghan teenagers who have almost never seen any kind of functioning education system. It's quite logic that it's for an Afghan boy of 14 years old more difficult than for a Ukrainian boy of 14 years old.